Consistency, it's a word that a lot of people use, and I have a little different background. In this video, I'm not in my room. I decided it's a beautiful day outside, so I actually printed out a paper, and if you know me, I'd have my iPad Pro or my MacBook with some tips on it. But for today, I figured since I'm outside, I'm enjoying nature a little bit, why not print out a piece of paper with my notes and let's get into the video. So first I want to list out all the 5 things I'm going to talk about. I don't like those YouTube videos where they don't tell you exactly what you're going to be listening to, and that way you could decide if this video is for you or not right off the bat. I don't want to waste nobody's time. Your brain is being dramatic. Life loves to sabotage you. Motivation is a liar. Numbers will make you lose your mind. And last but not least, my favorite, what's the point spiral? And I'll get into what that means a little later. So your brain is being dramatic because it takes every little small task and turns it into this huge thing. Something as simple as me creating these notes for the video, I went into depth, probably a lot more than I should have, when all I needed was 5 key points to talk about. It's just my brain told me you need these notes in order to make this video interesting. And even though I trust myself and I trust my words, and this is my first time actually ever printing out notes, my brain told me for some reason, you need notes for this video, and it added an extra hour of work, and here we are. I'm using the notes, but that's a perfect example of why your brain is being dramatic. Sometimes you don't need to do everything it tells you to do. Your brain is trying to save you, it's trying to be precautious, but sometimes it can be a little too precautious, and it can actually end up hurting you in the long run if you listen to everything it tells you. So life loves to sabotage you. And what I mean by that is every time you feel like you got your groove on and you're going, and every day you're waking up, doing the thing you love, chasing your dream, and then suddenly something happens. Maybe you get some bad news about something in your life and you lose motivation and get distracted from that happiness you were feeling when you were chasing your dream. And that's something that nobody can really control. Everyone has to deal with things in life, no matter how hard or difficult they may be. But life is gonna come at you regardless. I'd rather have the bad things happen and fight back with something good than just have bad things happen and have nothing else good at all. And this ties into consistency, because consistency is not about being perfect every day. It's not about every day being perfect. It's about rolling with the punches, but still showing up every day to continue chasing that dream, to continue growing. That's what consistency is. Are you consistently pushing? Which ties into the motivation is a liar. People wait for motivation like it's a crush who's gonna text you back, but it never does. And that's the thing. Motivation can only take you so far. If you're waiting for motivation, then keep waiting, because it's never coming. Motivation is something you got to do for yourself. You have to motivate yourself. You have to go out, get after it, get at it. Don't wait for motivation. Set a schedule, create good habits, create a good routine, follow that routine, keep doing those good habits, and that's where you're going to find the most motivation, and you'll understand then motivation is not going to knock at your door. This is one of my favorites. Numbers will make you lose your mind, and I'm guilty of this. That YouTube analytics app, the YouTube Studio, I know you guys are guilty of this too if you have a YouTube channel. Every 5 seconds, you are refreshing that page, hoping you see those numbers jump, and when they don't, you just feel this like, ah. But when you see that jump in numbers, it's like the best feeling in the world, right? Wrong. It's actually hurting you more than it's helping you. And I say that because if you base what you're doing off of number growth, solely off number growth, you'll never be satisfied, because there's always going to be a higher number. It's unlimited, and you'll never find that fulfillment of what you're doing. Being purposeful and meaningful is 100 times better than having any sort of high number goal. It should be about, did I do something meaningful? Did I do anything purposeful today? If you answer no to any of those questions, then that means you still need to get out and reach your goal. But if you said, well, I did get 20 subscribers from that video, and it was really good, so that must mean it was successful. I mean, it means 20 people really liked what you said, but did you like what you said, or did you only make that video in order to get those subscribers? So it's kind of like, be true to yourself, at the same time do something that's meaningful to you, not just what's meaningful for the views. And you do have to have those keywords in your title, and you do have to write that description. And there are things you do in order to retain an audience and a community, but that's just how social media works. And that's only to an extent, because if you go really high off that chart and you end up only creating content for other people and you don't like what you're doing, then now you're back at square one and doing something that you're not enjoying. And the most confusing one probably, but the what's the point spiral. This is what you would say when you're questioning everything. What's the point? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Everyone feels this way, too much repetition, too much overthinking, too much anxiety of questioning what are you doing? It's normal to have these doubts, but what sets you apart is pushing through those doubts and sticking to your script. You had these ideas for a reason. Everything you're doing had a reason behind it. Sometimes those reasons get forgotten in the process of doing whatever you're doing. And really what I'm trying to say is don't let those doubts change your mindset. If you're truly happy with what you're doing and those doubts start popping up, like, is this gonna be successful? Is it really enjoyable? Those are the doubts that you should ignore. Anyway, so that is all I have for the notes, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below of some advice you'd like to give someone else, or maybe say something that you're struggling with personally, and hopefully me or someone else will be able to connect with that and help get through it. And yeah, that's basically it. Peace.